Good morning from Perth, West Australia for Operation Hindenburg. This is turn 28.6. It is the spring of 1921 and it is turn 6 of 7 for Soviet Russia. So just the two turns, including this one left. We'll start with the very few cards we have left and see what happens. Okay, so we'll go with the first one. And is the Belarusian People's Republic. Place a white army infantry in southern Belarusia and an infantry in northern Belarusia controlled by Germany. Okay, so Belarusia, I believe that's over this neck of the woods. Okay, so southern, let me just get the pieces first. This is a real nuisance for us. So we're talking northern Belarusia, which is just here. So they're going to get a territory there. And what was the other one? And southern Belarusia. Wow, they get two territories. Okay. That is not helpful for me at all. So just these two territories here, and the card says controlled by Germany, northern Belarusia. Okay, so they just get one infantry each. There's nothing in there, so there's no combat to resolve. So just two, that's kind of annoying. Two white infantry that have gone into there. So as you can see, these two territories here. All right, so that's that card. The next one is going to be France withdraws. Okay, France withdraws all units from Russian home territories and will no longer lend lease to controlled whites. They may continue recruitment roles unless the Crimean port is Soviet controlled. So that's going to withdraw those infantry out of Crimea, which I'm not sad about. So those 7 infantry are going to come off. So all that's going to remain there is the fortification, and that is the final territory for Ukrainians, for the Ukrainians to roll for anyway. So that's that. I'm not going to say I'm sad about that card. And next card. British tanks. Place 1 white army tank in Estonia. All white units in Estonia must attack Petrograd. Okay, so they're going to get a tank and they're going to attack Petrograd, which is kind of ironic because I was going to attack Estonia. Okay, so they get a tank. So from Estonia, they've got the 1 tank, 1 militia, 1 infantry. So let's do that battle. And defending, there's going to be a Cossack, an armored car, and an infantry. So the city infantry is getting a boost because there's no, because it's in a city, and they get a +1 anyway. Okay, so we'll start off with the tank. So let's have the tank on a red dice. Attacking, what's a tank attack at? I don't even know. I haven't seen a tank in this game yet. Let's see. Oh, they attack at a 4. That's not too bad. So that'll be a red dice. There'll be a militia. I'll make that a blue dice. He's attacking on a 1, and he's got an infantry on a 2. Just make a bit of space here so we can see. All right, so that's what we're going for. I'm just making sure there's nothing else. All right, so 1 red, 1 blue, 1 green. And he gets a hit with the tank. So we'll get 1 casualty there, so we'll probably lose the armored car, which is kind of annoying. And then in defense, So we'll just put those to one side. So in defense, I've got 1 infantry on a 5 because he's in the city, and then he gets a +1, so he should be on a 6. So he'll be on a 6. I've got the armored car, which is going to defend. I think it's a pretty rubbish in defense, I think. On a 3, so I'll be with red dice. And I've got a Cossack. He can be blue on a 5. So he can be on a 5 there. All right, so that's in defense. Just get that so you can see. All right, just make sure there's nothing else. So the green, the infantry will be defending on a 6. And so we get 1 hit with the infantry. So they will lose, I'll lose my armored car, and they'll lose their militia. And we'll keep going because obviously that's what we need to be doing. All right, so they've got 1 red, 1 green. The red will be on a 4, green will be on a 2. And that's a hit. So they've got a hit there with the tank, and we will lose, oh boy, we'll have to lose the Cossack. So that'll be my casualties. So in response, I've got the infantry and the Cossack, and they get 1 hit as well. So they'll lose their infantry, I'll lose my Cossack. This is going down to the wire. So infantry, Cossack, so they've just got a tank now versus my infantry. So the tank is on a 4. Nothing. Infantry on a 6. It hits. So thankfully, that is over. And that's the end of that. So that's the 3 cards. That just leaves a stony with nothing in it, which is kind of handy, but it does make for a bit of an issue here with these 2 Belarusians in there now. All right, so we'll go into the purchases, then we'll do diplomacy, and then we'll get into battle. So with the 21 IPPs, I'm buying 1 Cossack, 2 infantry, terrain, and a mountain. So we'll just crack on and hopefully try and get sweet. It's not going to happen for me. All right, so let's go to battle. So let's start little ones here. So I'm going to, gosh, this is really annoying now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to bring this this Cossack and this infantry out of Petrograd to fight in northern Belarusia. Let's do that first. So it's going to be an infantry on a 3 and a Cossack on a 5. We'll do blue dice. 5 for him. So red and a blue. And we get a hit with Cossack, thankfully. And then in defense for him, he's got 1 on a 4. And he misses. So we retake northern Belarusia. No harm done, I guess. Now we'll go on with... I really don't like this guy being here in southern Belarusia. That's causing me an issue. So I'm going to go in there with the train and an infantry, and we'll deal with that. So we've got 1 train on a first strike, the red dice on a 4, and the supported infantry, which is going to be in a 3 + 1, so he's also on a 4, but the red dice will be first strike. I'll just roll them together, it doesn't really matter. So the red is the train, and he gets a hit, so there's the first strike. So that's that's over and done with already. So again, no massive harm done there for us. Oh, I really cooked that, didn't I? Anyway, I've left Estonia there. All right. Because we've got nothing now in Crimea, all I need to be able to do is survive essentially one round of combat and not get killed by the fort. So I'm going to march in with 2 trench fighters and a infantry. So it's just going to be the 2 first strikes, and what if they kill anything or not, we'll see. And they miss. So Crimea is now fallen, because there's no infantry left in there, there's nothing left in there, and that's the end of, as far as I can tell, that is the end of the Crimea. All right, so that's done. I'm going to take 1 train from southern Ukraine. Didn't really want to do this, but we will. 1 train out of southern Ukraine to go 1, 2, 3, 4 into Estonia and just capture that. So that's done. Estonia will fall. And then we're going to send this from Kiev. We're going to send 1 artillery, 1 infantry, and 2 trains into Western Ukraine and see if we can knock out Poland once and for all. So he's just got the 2 cav in there. So I'll just start with the 2 first strikes on a 4. And we've got 1 hit there. So straight away, he's reduced down to 1 cav. Oh, sorry, I've got another first strike with an artillery. He misses anyway. And then we've got 1 supported infantry. So he'll be on a 4. And he hits. So in defense, the cav misses. So Poland falls as well. And that should be the end of that. And that's done. So we take Western Ukraine with 1 infantry, 2 trains and an artillery there. All right, the 2 main battles are kind of left, and we're going to be bringing everything out of Transcaucasia into Armenia to attack, as well as Turkmenistan. I might just do this one on the board just because it's going to be a lot easier, and it's quite a sort of pivotal attack, so I don't want to mess it up, because everything could go south here for me. And we do need to take northern Persia. It is one of our war goals, war aims, and Cav, mountain, and so that's everything there. Where's that artillery going? There. All right, and in defense, he's got a camel. He's got some colonials, 3 colonials. He's got a trench line with infantry, which is going to cause me trouble, no doubt. It's got 2 balloons and 2 artillery. So the balloons are going to be there. 2 artillery. So this is going to be a pretty pivotal battle for the Russian Civil War. So we'll just make sure I've got everything in the right spot here. So these guys are in defense. Yep. A camel's going to be, I think a camel's over here on a 2. The artillery is on a 4. The trench line, because he's got defense in depth, is going to be there. We've got 1 militia. We've got these infantry, which are going to be -1 because of mountains, but then +1 because of the commissar thing. Same with those infantry, so they're all on a 2. And then the mountain infantry will buff one of those up because of the artillery. We've got the Cossack, he'll be on a 3 because of mountains. These guys are not affected because of mountains, and obviously the plains aren't affected. So you're okay. All right, so let's do this over here. So we'll just start with the first strike. I've got 1 first strike, red dice. He's got 2. So actually his artillery will be buffed up to a 5 because he's got 2 balloons. So there'll be 2 on a 5 with the blue dice for the Ottomans, and 1 on a 3 for me on the artillery. And no one hits, so that's a 9. All right, no one hits, so the artillery's taken care of. All right, we'll start with 1 militia on a 1, and I've got 1, 2, 3, so 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8 infantry, all firing on a 2. So 8 on a 2, 6, 7, 8, and you're gonna need some luck here. So 8 on a 2. And I get 1 paltry hit, so he'll lose 1, take 1 casualty with the colonials. Now firing on 3s, there'll be 1 boosted mountain and 1 Cossack on a 3, so they're on 3s. God damn it, I guess. And the fighter on a 5, come on. Yes, 1 hit. So he'll lose another colonial, no doubt. All right, so in response, he's got 3 colonials and 1 camel, so they're all on a 2. And he gets 1 hit, so we'll lose our militia. And then he's got his 6 infantry. This is the part that I'm scared of. He's got 4 infantry on a 6. This could be nasty. And 2 hits. All right, so we'll lose 2 infantry. So that's that round done. So that's 1 round done. Let's get rid of these casualties. Look, I expect these battles not to necessarily go my way. It's just that we're running out of time, so we've got to do what we've got to do. All right, so we've got 3 infantry, and now we're down to 6 on a 2 because of our because we've got the mountain. So 6 on a 2. So let me just make sure. 6 on a 2. Yep. Come on. Nothing. Yes. All right. 3 on a 3. Because we got the artillery, the Cossack, and the mountain boosted. 3 on a 3. And we get 1 hit. It's pretty measly. And we get the 1 fighter on a 5. Come on. Come on, fighter. Hey, and he gets a hit. All right, so they'll lose the camel. So in defense, they've got 2 on a 2. And he gets 1 hit, so we'll lose another infantry. Sucks to be me. And he's got now 2 artillery on a 5. They both miss. And the 4 on a 6 for the trench. 4 on a 6. Ooh, another 2 hits. All right. Ooh, this could be costly if I go again. Yep. All right, we're going to have to go again because we're just going to have to go for broke here. All right, so 3 on a 2. Oof, nothing. And now 3 on a 3. 1 hit. So for that, I'm assuming he's going to lose 1 artillery. Obviously, the balloon's going to go, 1 balloon will go with it as well. And we've got the one fighter on a 5. Come on, buddy. And he's good old faithful there. So he'll lose the other artillery, keep his trench line. So in response, he's got 2 on a 5. Nothing, and he's got his 4 on a 6. So 4 on a 6. Another 2 hits, ouch. Right, so we will lose another 2 mountain infantry. So it leaves him with the trench line. Now we've got one more round of combat. Yeah, 1 more round of combat. So we are going to press the attack. So he's just got that simple trench line left now. I think that's it. There's 1 more round. I'm not losing the plot here. It's very possible. All right, so 1 more round of combat. So we'll go with the 1 on a 2. Nothing. 3 on a 3. So at least we might be able to break that trench. And we get 1 more hit, so we'll be able to break that trench for the next round, which is something. That's not terrible. So he's going to lose 1, so he's down to 3 infantry. And got the fighter on A5. And he misses this time. All right, so he's got the 4 on A6. This could be nasty. And they all miss, thankfully. So that's the end of that battle. Kind of went okay for us. I feel like we'll be okay next round. Oh crap, I just saw he has chlorine gas. I don't think that stacks with balloons anyway, does it? So I don't think it really matters. Let me know, Tim. All right, so... All right, so going back into Transcaucasia, there'll be the fighter, a Cossack, 1 mountain infantry. We'll put 1 mountain back into Turkmenistan with an artillery. That'll do. All right, so last battle is going to be Amur, which has been a long-running siege here, for want of a better term. All right, so we'll just do this one right on the spot here, so we don't need to worry about that too much. All right, so we'll start with the 3 first strikes. So I've got 3 artillery now. 1 is boosted, so 2 will be firing on a 3 and 1 on a 4. So the red dice will be the 4, the green on a 3 will be, the green dice will be on a 3 and 1 on a 4. So they get 1 hit. So they'll lose 1 artillery, but they'll still fire that because it's first strike. So they got 4. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on a 4 in response for their first strike. 5 on a 4. And they all miss. So nothing there. All right, so continuing on, we've got the Cossack. So the Cossack's going into mountains. He'll be on a 3. And I've got 1, 2, 3 infantry, which will be all boosted mountain. So they'll all be on a 3 as well. So I've got 3. Hang on, let me just check that. 1, 2, 3. So 4 on a 3. So 4 on a 3. And we get 1 more hit. Okay. So they've fired all their artillery because they fired obviously first strike. So this is now going to be the second round of combat. So we'll start off with the 3 artillery. So I'll just roll this all at once. because they'll be on a, sorry, because one of them's boosted. Yeah, the red dice is boosted, so 2 3s on the green and 1 on a 4 for the artillery. For me, 1 hit, so they get 1 more hit. Now we go to the 3 boosted mountains on a 3 and the Cossack also on a 3. So that's 4 on a 3. And we get another hit. So in response, there is the 3 on a 4 in response. It's 1 train and the 3 artillery. And he gets a hit. So we will lose a Cossack. Sorry, not a Cossack, a mountain infantry. So next round of combat. So he's just got the 1 train left now. So this is the last round. So we've got the 3 artillery, 1 boost with the red dice. And yeah, 2, so that's it. We got the hit. And in response, he's got the train on a 4, and that misses. So we finally take Primorsky Krai back with 2 mountains, 2 mountain infantry, 3 artillery, and a balloon. I didn't expect that battle to go so well, but it did, so I'm not complaining about that one. All right, so now we'll go to non-combat. So I'm gonna rail both these guys from Amur. Actually, no, I won't. Yeah, no, I will. I'll rail both these guys here from Amur all the way to Transcaucasia. So there'll be another artillery. There'll be an artillery into there and an infantry into there. So now in Transcaucasia, well, I'll worry about that in a second because I'm going to move some other stuff. So that's my 2 rails. I'm going to rail this guy from Turidia into Transcaucasia. So that's 3 rails. They've all moved, so they're not doing anything. And that's just going to simply place units. So we'll place 1 unit here in Cheetah. 1 mountain infantry in Amur, and we'll place 1 in Transcaucasia because we haven't placed anything in there yet. Place a train into Zaristan. Place a Cossack into North Caucasia, so you're going to reach. And that's everything. So that's everything purchase bought. So in Amur, there should be 3 artillery, a Cossack, 1 balloon, 2 mountain. In Amur, just the 1 mountain infantry, Cheetah, 1 infantry, Northern Yakalita, whatever it is, 1 infantry, Western, yeah, that hasn't moved, 1 infantry. In Estonia, 1 train. In Northern Belarusia, 1 infantry, 1 Cossack. Southern Belarusia, 1 infantry, 1 train. In Western Ukraine, there is Musgas, 2 trains, an infantry and artillery. Zaristan's got 1 train. Crimea has 1 infantry and 2 trench fighters. Northern Caucasia has 1 Cossack. In I think it's called Transcaucasia. Yep, Transcaucasia, there's 1 mountain, 1 Cossack, 1 train, 3 infantry. In Turkmenistan, 1 mountain, 1 infantry. I think that's it. Hopefully we've done everything okay. All right, thanks for that.